welcome to Ion New Paltz. I'm Rosalba Correa.
And I'm Katie Bopincero. Here are today's top stories.
In international news, there are signs that Boko Haram, the most feared group in West Africa, may be edging toward a formal pledge of allegiance to the self-declared caliph of the Islamic State, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. Observers of Boko Haram note that their actions in the last 6 months have frequently mimicked those of ISIS, such as the stoning and beheading of its victims, to taking territory, and an increasingly sophisticated use of social media. The latest sign that Boko Haram is following in ISIS's footsteps came on Sunday with a series of tweets released by jihadist site Africa Media, which declared its own allegiance to ISIS in December. Jacob Zen, who follows Boko Haram's operations of propaganda closely, stated, quote, "It's clear Boko Haram is leading toward ISIS in terms of doctrine, ideology, and an emphasis on holding territory after operations."
In national news, on Tuesday, Eddie Ray Routh was found guilty in the American Sniper case. The jury found Routh guilty of capital murder in the deaths of Chris Kyle, the author of best-selling book American Sniper, and Kyle's friend Chad Littlefield. Judge Jason Cashin immediately sentenced Routh to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Jurors deliberating the case had 3 choices: guilty, not guilty, or not guilty by reason of insanity. No one disputed that Routh shot and killed the men, but defense attorneys claimed that their client Routh was mentally unstable. Judy Littlefield, the victim's mother, stated, quote, "We waited 2 years for God to get justice for us on behalf of our son, and as always, God has proved to be faithful."
Heidi Thomas has one question for Bill Cosby, which is, look me in the eyes. Do you remember me? Thomas says she has held a secret for 30 years, and now, for the first time, she wants to be heard. Her secret is one that may sound familiar as she adds her name to the list of more than 20 women who have spoken out to various media outlets about allegations of sexual misconduct directed at comedian Bill Cosby. Cosby's attorney has called the wave of sexual assault accusations against the comedian ridiculous. A representative of Cosby has not responded to this most recent allegation. In light of the many claims against him, protests have occurred outside of Cosby's performances, and some theaters have gone so far as to cancel Cosby's shows outright.
In local news, on Tuesday, SUNY New Paltz enjoyed a night of comedy in McKenna Theater with comedian Elliot Chang. Ion New Paltz had a chance to attend the event and spoke with New Paltz Asian and Pacific Islander Students Association's co-presidents about this event and what else their club is up to.
Hi, I'm Naomi Calhoun outside of McKenna Theater. Tonight we saw comedian Elliot Chang perform. He was brought here by the New Paltz Asian and Pacific Islanders Student Association. We spoke to their co-presidents about what the club is about and how they felt about Elliot's performance. Let's take a look.
If you're an aspiring performer or whatever you are, comedian, actor, whatever it is, I'd say start now. Even if you're in college and you're in the middle of your acting class, like you can start now. Start like performing, auditioning. There's no reason to wait.
We're known as the Asian and Pacific Islander Student Alliance, formerly known as Asian Student Association. We definitely always like to bring different people here and just like share their experiences. I think it went pretty well. I guess we weren't expecting this much people, but the turnout was actually pretty good.
That's the thing. Like, it's not medicine, it's not law. There are no rules in entertainment. There's 0 rules. Anyone can be famous. Kim Kardashian, does she have any talent? Most famous woman on the planet,
I'm Naomi Calhoun for Ion New Paltz. Back to you.
There have been rumors of a law circulating in the village of New Paltz that would potentially prohibit more than 3 non-related students from living together. While there is only a little information available related to this matter, Ion New Paltz is currently investigating the happenings and will have more information in the future regarding this story.
On Wednesday, MakerBot CEO and tech entrepreneur Jennifer Lawton gave a lecture titled 12 Years From Now in Lecture Center 100. The lecture took place on the anniversary of the nation's first MakerBot Innovation Center here at SUNY New Paltz. Lawton joined MakerBot in 2011 and was appointed CEO in September 2014 after serving for 3 years as President and Chief Strategy Officer at the company. Ion New Paltz had a chance to join the audience on Wednesday night.
We're delighted to welcome Jennifer Lawton, CEO at MakerBot, to our campus. Today marks the 1-year anniversary of the groundbreaking public-private partnership between SUNY New Paltz and MakerBot. Our MakerBot Innovation Center, which you're seeing here, the first in the nation, is the core component in our 3D printing initiative. Our 3D initiative has accomplished a great deal in a very short time, and with the help of our partners, particularly MakerBot, this effort has helped anchor us as the premier hub for advanced manufacturing in the Hudson Valley.
One of the things I love about 3D printing is once you see a 3D printer work, it changes the way you think. about the world, about the way you can make things, about the way things can happen, and about the way that you learn, and you've obviously demonstrated that.
You can find the packages for these stories at WNPC-TV.org. Stay tuned for Brett Linhan with your entertainment news.
That's low, that's low. That's low and blue. Look, he's blushing. Seriously.
It has just been announced that pop superstar Lady Gaga will be joining the cast of the upcoming 5th season of American Horror Story. Ryan Murphy's hit show has taken place in a different setting each season, and in a promotional video released this Wednesday, Gaga herself revealed this season will be American Horror Story Hotel. The 5th season is set to premiere this October, just in time to get spooky for Halloween. This past Tuesday, NBC aired the finale of the beloved show Parks and Recreation. In the final moments, the show paid tribute to the 30-year-old writer and producer Harris Whittles, who unexpectedly passed away this last week. The 7th and final season was an emotional one for many of the show's passionate fans, but the overall consensus was that the show gave its audience a satisfying and well-deserved happy ending. Here's Naya Bonilla with your sports news.
Thank you, Brett. With a comfortable 23-point lead at halftime, the number 3 seed New Paltz women's basketball team knocked out number 6 seed Buffalo State with a 79-58 win in the SUNYAC quarterfinals on Tuesday night at the Athletic Center. With the win, the Hawks improved to 18-8 overall and will now play number 2 seed SUNY Cortland in the SUNYAC semifinals on Friday, February 27th at SUNY Geneseo, the top-seeded school. The New Paltz men's volleyball team dropped to number 4 in the American Volleyball Coaches Association Division III Men's Coaches Top 15 poll, released Tuesday afternoon. The Hawks earned 184 points in the poll and fell from the number 3 spot after holding that place for the previous 2 weeks. Men's volleyball is set to take on number 8 seed Springfield, the reigning 3-time Division III national champions, on Wednesday, February 25th at 6 p.m. in the Athletic Center.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
That's all for this week's news. Thank you for joining us and tune in next week for your latest New Paltz news.